Hello and welcome back to another video. This is Western CX round 4 at Upton, Cheyney. So this was about a week ago now, and it's a course I've raced before. I quite enjoy it. It's very powerful, quite technical, but they actually added some new sections this year, so yeah. But I hadn't signed up for the race because I was planning on going to Wessex, but then I had a crash in training the day before, so I didn't sign up, and it meant I didn't get gridded. So I was on the back, but I managed to move up pretty quickly, and I think I was in about 6th into the first corner, and then I was in 2nd by the end of the first major long straight. And I picked a sort of gap on the right hand side, and I just managed to overtake quite a lot of people just down there. And I sat on Rowan through the first little technical bank section, and he pushed on up the climb, and I managed to come round him just after this corner. And along this top section I was feeling pretty good, so I pressed on, and I think started gapping him slightly towards the end into the first or the second major descent of the course.
Well done, Nathan.
And we already had a pretty good gap on the rest of the field, so this descent was quite technical. Had a little U-turn and then another one, and then some switchbacks.
Yes, Nathan.
And then it dropped down even further into probably the lowest point of the course, and then it was a steep uphill climb. And that was sort of the start of lap 1, and you can see here, just out of that bottom corner there, I get out the side and I sprint really hard, and this is when I properly attacked Rowan, and I managed to drop him here. So this is sort of 2/3 of the way through lap 1, and I've got a decent gap on Rowan now. It's not too big, but it's enough to keep pressing on and keep pushing to lap 1 and try and win the race from here. So yeah, here's Rowan. He's only a handful of seconds behind me, but I was feeling pretty good. I decided to go for it.
Good riding.
And then there's Finn in 3rd after a decent first lap.
Well done, Harry.
Here's Harry, currently leading the under-14s, I think. Yeah, and then there's Theo coming around behind him in 2nd place for the under-14s.
Nice, Harry.
So yeah, there's Theo. And then this is me on lap 2 in the descent bit again, and you can see there's not really anyone behind me anymore, so in those more, well yeah, there's Rowan, but in those more powerful sections I managed to extend my gap quite a bit, and I was feeling pretty confident at the corners today. I was on my new Challenge Lemus clinchers,
well done, Rowan.
And even though it's a mud tyre, I've just been riding them on the grass. I was riding them at Derby, and they're just so grippy, and they clear mud really well if you do get any mud, so I've been using them quite a lot recently. They're not super fast rolling on the grass, but they're definitely good. So even though they are a full mud tyre, I think they're pretty good all round. I've got some baby Lemus on my pit bike right now, and they seem to be going pretty well this year as well. So this is one of the new sections, and I had my foot out on this corner, not because it was slippy or anything, just because I wanted to make sure that I could sort of scoot round at a tighter angle.
Well done.
And then this is still lap 2. That's the big bank that sort of infamous because it's got a really steep bit at the bottom, and it's not the easiest running, so it's quite powerful with all the long grass in this course as well. But yeah, pushing into lap 3, and I think my gap's about 30 seconds now, but I'm just holding back a little bit to make sure if I do have a problem and Rowan, Max and Finn get back to me, then I've got a little bit more to keep on going at the end.
Well done, Finn. Well done, Rowan.
Yeah, so here's Rowan and Finn, and then here's Max.
Well done, Max.
He didn't have a good start again, but he was slowly picking off riders, and he managed to find his way onto these two, and he went straight past and started putting the pressure on. It always scares me slightly when I see him coming up behind me, because I'm like, oh no, he's worked his way into 2nd. He's a really strong rider, so I always get a little bit worried. So yeah, this is me going into the new descent again. Sorry if my voice is a bit quiet today, I'm feeling a little bit ill. But yeah, new descent, and I think this is lap 3 now. So we only did 4 laps because it's quite a long lap actually with all the draggy straights. But this is the bank, and you can see how there's like quite low speed into it as well. So it's sort of in like 3 stages. It's got the bottom section that kicks up in a little bit, goes through quite a narrow section through a tree with lots of roots. Then it's got this sort of middle section where it flattens off and then kicks up again. And then it's got this like draggy bit to the top, which makes it just really tiring every single lap.
guys.
Here's Max and Finn having a little wobble there.
Good
Finn
effort.
was riding at most
Good
laps, and Max,
effort.
I think, just
Well done, Finn.
rode into the tree a bit. So these two are drop rowing. It looked like they're having quite a good battle. Finn gonna have the advantage here because he has been
Well
able
done,
to ride
Nathan.
over the top of the bank. So yeah, here I am, lap 3, getting towards the end of the lap now, and onto the final lap soon. And I was actually really happy with the Upton Cheyney course this year. Very glad I came and did it because
Well done, Finn. Keep it
it
up.
didn't have as many technical
Keep it
sections
up.
last time, and it didn't have the really big, didn't have the
Well
new climb, and it didn't have the little section through the woods, which just made the course much more interesting.
Yes, Harry.
It doesn't have any barriers, but it's still a
stuff,
really good
Harry.
course. Here's Harry
Nice, Harry.
going for a pretty decisive win in the under-14s. He's currently unbeaten in all his Westernly races, so someone needs to put an end to that. But yeah,
Well
last
done,
lap,
Harry.
and
Well done,
still
Nathan.
feeling pretty good.
Keep it up.
Started pushing on a little bit
riding.
harder now because chances are I wasn't going to have a problem in the last lap. Just trying to get all my energy out, but I still wasn't able to. Just not feeling too good that day either.
Well done, guys.
So yeah, here's Max with a little gap on Finn after the big climb. But Finn managed to get back onto Max in this
Well done,
last lap, and I
guys.
think he dropped him somewhere and managed to beat him in the sprint.
Good stuff,
So
Finn.
yeah, really good last lap from Finn. He's sort of known for that now. He just gets it all out at the end. But yeah, strong finish. Happy to take my, lost track of how many, maybe 5th win of the season? 4th win of the season? Yeah, 4th.
Well done, Nathan.
3 in the Western League and then 1 at Sulis Club Champs. So yeah, super happy with that. Definitely having a better year
Well
this
done,
year with
Finn.
Cross.
Great effort.
Didn't get the results I wanted last year. There's Finn coming in for 2nd with a fairly decent gap on Max, considering
Well
halfway
done,
through the
Max.
last lap he was in
Good
front of him.
riding.
So yeah, well done to
Good
Finn in
riding.
2nd, well done to Max in 3rd.
Nice.
And yeah, big well done to Harry for taking another win in the under-14s.
Come on, Eddie.
Here's Theo sprinting for
stuff,
2nd
guys.
and Eddie under-16 sprinting, and they had a pretty good battle as well. Eddie just getting that one on the line there. So yeah, podiums. And I think the organisers had a little bit of a problem with the timings. Just a little miscommunication in the rule book for the handbook for cyclocross British cycling. Think of people in different age categories. So yeah, but they got that sorted out. And yeah, massive thank you to all the organisers who put the events on. I know how much work it is. I don't know how much work it is, but I can tell it's a lot because my coach is planning an event and he's already saying how much work it is. But yeah, thank you very much to the organisers and all the commissaires for making it happen. So yeah, there's Harry, first place under 14. And then here's Max. And Finn. And then me. Yeah, well done to everyone who raced. And thank you all very much for watching. I think I've got one more video to come out from Bradford and Avon today.
Well done.
And if you haven't seen the 2 recent ones, I did a video on hill climbs in Bath, a little double header, and I did a video on the National at Derby. So yeah, make sure you go check those out. And yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.